אני רוצה לומר ככה, חבר הכנסת מרגי, תודה רבה על העלאה של ההצעה החשובה הזו. אני חושבת שככה המקרה של חבל ביאפרה הוא באמת מקרה מאוד מאוד קשה.
I want
to congratulate our parliament member, Nissim Vaturi. He was the first that supported us. He was the one that managed our historical day on 18th of February. And he is now, he signed, we have his signature. I want to say thank you very much. And I want to say תודה רבה.
תודה רבה, ניסים, תודה. אין עליך.
So signed for us. So we have another signature a minute before we are going home.
Thanks God.
Thank God, thank God, thank God.
Okay, finally, there is a wide celebration in the southeastern part of Nigeria because the Knesset parliament in Israel, they are known to be Knesset parliament. There is a parliament in Israel, are finally discussing what the diplomatic mission on how to finally recognize Biafra. You know, there's a big celebration and, you know, a lot of people are reacting as regards this on social media. They said finally Biafra is going home and there's nothing that the Nigerian government will do about this because Israel now and Netanyahu and the Knesset parliament are saying it's time for Biafra freedom. What's your take as
recognition of Biafra's United States of Biafra by Knesset, you know, parliament, which means lawmaking body in Israel is called Knesset. I just want to explain to my viewers to understand where I am going. I don't understand. In America, the congressmen are the lawmakers in America. In Israel, the Knesset parliament are the lawmakers in Israel. And Israeli security operatives is called Mossad. I want our viewers to understand where I'm going. They have given Biafra recognition certificates. They made it global. On a global framework, it is now actually understood that Israel lawmaking body has accepted Biafra recognition. Biafra emancipation is what has been putting Benjamin Netanyahu and Bennett, you know, Naphtali, the former Israeli president that Netanyahu, you know, let me say, replaced. Now, they have recognized Biafra, meaning state of Biafra is now on their what? Blueprint. Blueprint, meaning part of the policy that Israel is about to implement in recent time. They have recognized Biafra. Now, Gumi is tensed up. Gumi is suffering from heart attack, as well as Sadwano Sokoto, who has gone into hiding as a result of American military operation in Nigeria. Listen, when Israel said yes, and American congressmen said yes, and the British parliament said no, failure, let me say, earth-breaking failure is British government right now. Why? The two major superpower we have in the world are America and Israel. Recognition of Biafra has become their utmost imperative. Wonderful. Utmost imperative in the sense that congressman has recognized Biafra and the Israeli Knesset lawmaking body in Tel Aviv or you know, Jerusalem has recognized United States of Biafra. This is going to be very, very plain to the entire earth that Biafra is no longer a strange story in Israel, but a widely recognized narrative that Biafra has come. If Israel turns its back on Biafra, it means we have not done anything, gone anywhere. But this time we are moving to the right direction with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, a dog of war, a man that has actually fought Syria to stand still, fought Iran and crippled Iranian Islamic state to full stop. But right now they are promoting Biafra. Courtesy what Donald Trump administration in the United States of America has achieved so far for Igbo man. Igbo man, being a Jew, is what has actually given us this kind of wonderful global recognition by Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and the entire Israeli making body. Biafra is coming very soon. If you don't like Biafra and you are a Nigerian or a Fulani man or wherever you come from, we don't care. The only thing for you now is go and hit your head on the rock. It is upcoming. It is there. So plain and clear that Biafra is coming without any, anybody contemplating or militating against that. No factor whatsoever is now militating emergence of Biafra. Everybody has actually been dreaming about Biafra, speaking Biafra, living Biafra, and the entire southeastern Nigeria are rejoicing and celebrating quite in diaspora and in the local land of southeastern region Nigeria because of what Benjamin Netanyahu and all the lawmakers in Israeli House of Knesset are doing right now. We have come of a very long way. That is an achievement put down by our great leader, the leader of the largest agitation group in the world. I mean, nnamdikanu, whose issue has been discussed today at Abuja by all the kings in the southern Nigeria, especially the Igbos, the Ezes, the Ozos, the Idigos, the Oba of Benin, the Ato of Igala. All of them were represented, at Abuja today, bringing down the Council of Traditional Chiefs, which is a superstitious platform brought by Tinubu administration to impose Oni of Ife on all the kings, on all the monarchs, Igbes, Ezes in Igbo land. They said, no, we are Igbos. Our own traditional system is quite different from the Southwest. You are not going to impose your own traditional system on us. Whatever you bring an incentive as an incentive that belongs to the Igbos, bring it to Southeast. Don't give to Uni to give us. We are better. And I want to tell you, who actually lectured Tinubu that Oni of Ife is bigger than all the traditional chiefs in Igala land and Igbo land and the Bini land, even Idoma land. Tinubu has failed by trying to subjugate the Igbo's traditional system and imposing Oyo on us. No, that is what all the Igbo Ezes, Igbo Igbes, Igbo Ozos, and all the autonomous, communities in Igbo land with their representatives, being present today in Abuja. We, Nigeria as well, are not discussing about Kanu's coming to court again. Or they are ordering Tinubu to free nnamdikanu.
Big celebration in Israel as I'm speaking with you because the Knesset members have finally signed up for a date for Biafra declaration, and this has caused massive celebration in Israel. But do you think this will come to fruition?
Good news. That's what that was titled. I can watch the video as you watch the video at the background. That is Raphael, and one of the was one of the IPO before. A lot of them who does not know about Raphael. Raphael is a typical Jewish woman married to an Igbo man who is passionate about the Biafran struggle, and it has also a direct link with nnamdikanu. If you look at that woman, she has overwhelming influence within the Israeli government, and he's passionate about because he feels that the Israel and Biafra shares the same narrative, the same story, how Israel came up to become a nation, what actually transpired. And he went as far as telling the parliament from the news that actually break out before now that the 1967 1970 Nigeria Biafra war, that Israel was actually engaged in a war, and they were not able to do much to assist Israel. And secondly, the Israeli Jews have also identified as the Black Hebrews as being the Biafrans or the Igbo people. Let me just put it that way. And a lot of Igbos are residing in Israel. And before now, I just want to take you a little bit backward. There was a resolution that was also carried out where we have over 70% of the Knesset parliament, agreeing, coming to a resolution about the issue of nnamdikanu, and of course to an extension the Biafran struggle. And the way the American government is coming up with development and everything is thrown to the open now. There's this understanding within the Likud party, powered by the Benjamin Netanyahu, who is also making statement about what they wanted to do in Nigeria. But behind the scene, a legislative movement has been going on, and close to victory. Yes, and what I mean close to victory, they have been taking up signatures. They have been. I think the last one was actually today, where they gathered the overwhelming required veto power in the parliament to mandate the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to go ahead and declare Biafra as a sovereign nation. A lot of people did not see it coming, but in fact, from what we are hearing, there's the Israelis themselves, citizens themselves, are in total jubilation. Because I always say it, there's a reason why Benjamin stated that they want an allied nation in West Africa. And when they made that statement, they were actually looking at the Biafran nation, or the recognition of Biafra, to be able to create an ally of Israel in West Africa. And the most popular nation, or the most popular race or tribe that everybody is actually eyeing within that Middle East, especially Israel, is the Republic of Biafra. And that is why when I said that they are making this enlightenment awareness all over the world now, because there's so much concentration around the world now, given what is happening within the Middle East. So people are also interested to see resolutions, how the Knesset parliament, I think one of the most powerful Senate. When they say Knesset is like a Senate, an assembly of Senate in Israel. They call theirs, Knesset, but in America they call their own Senate Congress. So they have gotten to that point now, and the endorsement.
So in fact, I feel there's no going back on this. From what is happening now, you feel there's a very big chance and big hope for Biafrans that in no distant time Biafra will
it looks like matter don't finish. You understand? Because Nigeria will be moving from left to right, pretending as if nobody can have anything over them, even though we know that Nigeria has actually lost their sovereignty. I wonder what they're going to do. Whether they are going to rise up and challenge Israel, say they don't have the power to recognize. Then they will face the consequences. But I always say that it has gotten to the point that the global world, the most powerful nations, are going to play a major role in Biafra, a struggle and recognition. And I said it very clearly that if United States continue to play high level of diplomacy on the issue, even though they have their own plan at the end of the day, but we would know that during the last visit, the 7th visit of Benjamin Netanyahu to Washington, where he met with Donald Trump and all that, there was a leaked report that the issue of disintegration of Nigeria was also mentioned, and the only thing that is on top of the table currently now is Biafra. So the parliament themselves, have sat down, and they are taking up signatures, and they have concluded that. So what they are going to do, for people who does not actually understand what is actually playing out, when these things are being properly, done through the legislative chambers, and with Benjamin Netanyahu securing another major victory among the Likud party to lead Israel in an election again, gathers a lot of momentum, and also triggered a lot of jubilation among Biafran communities all over the world. Those who understand what is actually, playing out, to the surprise of many, like nnamdikanu will also say. And the most beautiful thing there is that, nnamdikanu case matter is also being discussed, but the primary aim is that they know very clearly that the liberation, when these things are being concluded, that nnamdikanu will not stay in Sokoto prison while Biafra is being recognized. And what they needed to do is to mandate the Congress of the United States of America not to issue a statement that nnamdikanu should report to Washington, D.C. for a brief meeting with Donald Trump. Maybe from there, he will now move to Israel and other, and within a space of days, on recognition, then we'll see a different thing entirely. At least Israel has made their stand known about Nigeria. Yes, anybody that tells you, even Nasura, that tells you that the Israeli Prime Minister has not made a statement about Nigeria and what is happening in Nigeria, that means they are not saying the truth. But they wouldn't want to come out straight to tell you, this is actually what they are looking at or what they intend doing. But it's become very crystal clear when you see their Senate, the Knesset Parliament, taking decisive steps towards the recognition, plot, and reaching a certain agreement, with the Biafran Israeli lobbyists who has already seems to have dominated the parliament in that regard, getting endorsement and support of almost on daily basis, adding up to what they used to have before. And once that thing is actually agreed, like what we saw today is going to be the end, they are going to make their resolution finally to the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, and possibly in a short while he will just come up one day and announce the recognition of Biafra, just like the way they did in Somaliland. And remember, Ted Cruz has also prophesied that from Somaliland to Biafran land, these are classified informations. A lot of people will not want to read meaning into it, but looking at things from different perspective, from the perspective of which we believe that the Biafran time has actually come, and we continue to celebrate this. Biafrans all over the world we continue to celebrate this victory. It's a big victory, and no matter how you see it. And Israeli is a trusted ally in terms of and when they come up with something, they don't go back. Even though the United States of America might be playing high level of diplomacy, in trying to make everything look as if at the end of the day, they know where they are actually headed. But the Israeli system is is quite different. They don't like conspiracy. What have become compromise. Let me put it that way. But when they tell you that A is A, you should be able to know that A is A. There seems to be a victory smile everywhere, jubilation, tears of joy. Nobody saw it coming. That this has gotten to that level. But we must celebrate, the legacies nnamdikanu left behind. And I keep on telling people there's a reason why nnamdikanu established 100-men committee. It's not to disrespect the DOS or IPOB, but the fear of infiltration, and those, unfortunately, those 100 men is not known to anybody. It's only known to the structures of Nnamdi that have already created, and they are going to have a deep impact in what is going to come at the end of the day.
But do you think that if not for the war going on between Israel, Iran, and US, do you think by now Biafra should have, the Israeli parliament should have done what it's supposed to have done?
The war, exposed a lot of things to even the Israeli government and the American government too, because it was discovered that most of the terrorist organizations, jihad, had been carried all over the world, that Iran is actually behind them, and there's no how they will create a new nation without dismantling some of this network, within Africa, West Africa, and beyond, and that is what they are trying to do, because, it will actually take some time for Biafra to actually, be rooted as a nation that is just coming up, or that is just, taking off without any further threat. So that is what it is actually strategic. I can tell you that. And by the time they are trying to re-elect Benjamin Netanyahu for the second time under the court party, it is going to be very, very serious, because Israel is going to play a major role in establishing the structure security-wise in Biafra land. Having invited Mike Emeagwali, the computer guru, who was able to, how would I put it, calculate over 1 million wars in a second. That is Emeagwali is currently in Israel today, as I speak to you. Renowned Emeagwali, and everybody knows him. A Microsoft guru, one of the people that discovered, what we are talking about today in terms of, computerization. Yes, he was the first person to calculate 1 billion informations in 1 second. It was a major breakthrough for him, and he happens to be an Igbo man, and currently now he is in. We don't know why the Israeli government actually invited him, but I can tell you it's in connection with the Biafran struggle. We are trying to build a Biafran nation that will be, security guided by as a result of where the world is actually heading to now. The AI era is already around, and there's this understanding that there should be protection of our sovereign secret intelligence files, and that's what I believe one of the reasons why Emma Agwale was actually invited by the Israeli government.
What do you think after the declaration of Biafra by the Israeli government? Do you think the next step for the Israeli government to take is to make sure that Nnamdikanu comes out, or do you think they will do the coming out of Nnamdikanu before the declaration?
When everything is being perfected, they will just issue an ultimatum, and that ultimatum will be carried out in less than 24 hours. Mazen Nnamdikanu can be flew out of Nigeria. And remember that United Nations has also made statements signaling, they are not comfortable with Nigeria anymore coming together, or as a nation. So you can see all these things are actually happening. So Mazen Nnamdikanu cannot be in prison where Biafra is being recognized, because once Biafra is being recognized, Sokoto cannot be part of Biafran land, and it cannot be in Sokoto. So they have their ways, they have their means, they have calculated everything, and they know what to do at the right time. But there is possibility that Mazen Nnamdikanu is going to meet the world leaders over the recognition of Biafra. And apart from that, there are so many people too who are on the working system pipeline to make sure that everything is actually being put in place. I can tell you that Asura can never disobey the Israeli government when they order the immediate release of Mazen Nnamdikanu, and it's going to be backed up by the Congress. So everywhere is fortified, everywhere is tight for Nigeria over the issue of Biafra. There's no how they can escape it. Nigeria must go to the end. At the end of the day, and Biafra will emerge, victorious. We don't want to know anybody that feel otherwise should go and fight for his own country. Time of mockery has come and gone. We lost over 6 billion Biafrans during the Nigeria Biafra war, and this time around, I don't think it's going to repeat itself. Yes, because the children of the press have risen, and the Biafrans all over the world are not joking with their identity and who they are. They finally discovered. They are the Hebrew, the black Hebrew of Africa, and the Israeli is in line in that action, or in that understanding, or in that belief that they need to have an ally. I watch Benjamin Netanyahu always say they need an ally, an allied nation in West Africa, and Biafra has what it takes to stand as a powerful nation in Africa. Like everybody will say, in Biafra, Africa died, but Africa, this time around, is going to rise in Biafra.
Okay.